Hey, it's Councilman Salters.
And Councilman Grove.
And we're back and better than ever. I was living that quarantine life and we really couldn't figure out how to do a FaceTime call and get the audio for this, but
we tried.
We did try. We tried and it just didn't work, but we're back for our November 23rd. It's crazy. 2020 is almost over.
Thanksgiving's Thursday.
Yes, yeah. Give that.
Crazy.
I'm thankful for you, Councilman Grove.
I'm thankful for you. Gosh, if it wasn't for COVID, we'd hug it out.
So we had a really good meeting tonight. A lot of great things that are happening in the city of Vincennes. Obviously, we've got to keep up with our protocols. We've got to keep going forward. Follow those things. Very important. But we kind of get caught up sometimes in the bad news.
Yeah.
And there is some bad news out there, but there's a lot of good things that are happening in the city of Vincennes. We talked about a lot of them tonight. We had some citizens come in and discuss a lot of great things, green spaces, and being able to improve and beautify those. And one of the things, and you can kind of hit on this, I think I explained it poorly, but we've got a promotion for local businesses that we're really excited about.
Yeah, so starting in February.
Yep.
Each councilman is going to go around and pick 10 businesses in their district. The chamber will then purchase gift certificates from the businesses in the amount of $50 per business. And then the chamber, which does a great job advertising, they're going to do a social media push and push those 10 businesses for that week, for a series of 5 weeks, and hopefully draw some attention to our local businesses.
And that's one of the key things. Like, you've heard us talk about it, I think, basically every week since March. Is right now we need to have the back of our local businesses. They've had our backs. They pay for our events. They pay for projects, programs, you name it. Youth sports. I mean, anything that's happening in our community, our local businesses are a part of. And right now they do need our help, and they have been extremely flexible. And they are really doing some neat things, whether it be online, curbside, delivery, pickup, spacing things out. I mean, they are doing absolutely everything. And I mean, I give them a tip of the cap because they are doing fantastic work. And I'm excited because what you see here is a community rallying around its businesses, and you don't see that everywhere.
No,
and we are rallying around our businesses to keep them afloat and keep them going during this time. And we're going to make it through this.
Yeah. I hope so.
Yeah, well, I know so.
I think so.
I'm very confident. So we had a great meeting. We discussed that. We did go over some of our. We're getting better at Zoom meetings. I'm not saying that we're the best right now, but we're getting there. We're improving those things.
We were at the stage to where we couldn't hear them, they couldn't hear us. Now, we got at least we can hear them, and hopefully everybody out there could hear it off the live feed as well. Yeah,
so big shout out to Councilman Lau, who's working on that, and I think by our next meeting he'll have that all taken care of. We did have some business to kind of get ready for. We discussed what happens if we go into red. So what you guys will probably see is the mayor and I and the clerk treasurer will be here, and then the rest of the council will be on a Zoom call. But now that we're able to do it on one feed, nothing's going to miss out. But the key thing that I promoted is we're going to focus, if we do get to that point, we're just preparing for everything, and we want you to be aware that we're going to deal with claims and making sure the city functions still run. But then what we're going to do is break off into our individual committees and still function that way, because we can have smaller groups, we can have these Zoom calls with a smaller amount of people on them. We can record those, save those, still do the city business, but it'll be kind of in piecemeal format. So it's just about figuring out what to do during this time period. We just want to keep you informed about how we would deal with it. Now, hopefully we don't get to that point.
Yeah.
So we're just making sure that we're prepared for that. Anything else?
No, I think we got it covered.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of great things. And one of the best parts that we've added is for the good of the order at the end, where you talk about all the good things that you see happening through the city. 3 of our councilmen talked about the railroad crossings being improved.
Yeah.
Welcome to Vincennes. So, I mean, right now that means 15th Street's done. Main Street just got finished a couple hours ago.
Yep, I drove over there on the way
and
home. Washington
Avenue, if everything works well, will be done Wednesday. So those will be done, and they get a lot of wear and tear. There's some bad bumps on there, and they're taken care of now. So that's great. Other than that, the next couple things in the city business we'll be dealing with are regular appointments, and I know that's kind of in the weed stuff, but we do want to keep you informed on that, and we'll make sure the council appointments go to specific boards like KCDC, Area Plan, RDC, those kind of things, that really neat things that really focus on things. I'm really excited about some of the RDC stuff. You want to hit on that before we head out?
On the RDC, the housing developments?
Oh man, it's fantastic.
I mean, and everybody knows it's a need here in town. We're low on houses, and they're looking at taking an area over behind Huck's and the auto parts store and putting a housing development in over there. It's a great project. It really is.
I mean, and we see this as kind of a catalyst for more construction, and that's what we need. We need housing. People do want to live here in Vincennes, and what you're starting to see is people from bigger cities want to move into smaller, close-knit communities, and that's what we are. Another great thing that we got news on the RDC was that Oliphant project expansion. I mean, that's just big news. A lot of investment downtown. And the key thing that I was worried about, like March, when you had like these shutdowns, is we're going to hit our groove again, because we were really in a great spot. And what we've seen is basically you had a pause, and now you're starting to see those investments pick up in the city of Vincennes. And that's great news for all of us here. And I'm extremely excited.
Yeah, and that project, they just came out and said it's growing. So
already.
We're actually going to turn the corner and go down 2nd Street. So, I mean, it's awesome. That group is really encouraging.
Yeah, it's very good. Another thing, too, if you've got a question, concern, like if you just need someone to check in on you, I know that we've got a lot of active cases right now. We've got a lot of people in quarantine. Feel free to reach out to us anytime. I'll leave my cell phone. It's 812-890-0094. Councilman Groves is
812-881-5048.
Yeah, feel free to reach out to us anytime. I mean, it's a community effort to make sure that we're all checking in on each other. If you've got a question, concern, need, let us know. And we'll be able to address those moving forward. Other than that, we're out of November, heading into December. Who would have thought? Yeah.
Hey, let's go over the grant.
Oh yeah,
yes,
that's a great thing. All right, so we still have over $100,000 in grant money that's available for businesses. If you are a business, please fill out the application. Call the mayor's office. I'll put it in a link underneath this video in our post. I'll even put the whole document in there so you can link to it. But you can also call the mayor's office. What we need you to do is just fill out the application for the money.
It's really simple. If you have issues, call one of us or call the mayor's office. We really want to get this money out. Even if you're a business that's done all right, and when I say business, sole proprietors, if you're a single sole proprietor business owner, you still qualify for the minimum is $2,000. Even if your business has done okay and you could still use that money, put it back into the economy here locally. That's what it's really for. So keep the economy going here in town.
And these are grant dollars.
They are grant dollars.
They are grant dollars. So like you're not paying anything back here.
You don't have to pay them back. People aren't going to see your financials. I know that was a big
that was a question.
A big concern. Nobody's going to really know. So just reach out to the mayor's office, get the application. Tim's going to post it on our link, and fill it out. It's definitely worth your time.
The key thing is we know that businesses, have had some ups and downs this year. I mean, everybody's had some ups and downs. And the key thing that we want to get is we need to get money into those businesses to help you and to encourage you and to encourage what you need. And so you can be able to buy the supplies, whatever you need to keep the store running, wages. Whatever your need is, it's there. So
and you don't have to justify what you're spending it on. It really.
We're just thinking of the stuff off the top of our head that could help you out.
What a lot of people don't understand that if we don't use up this grant money, we have to give it back to the state.
And I want that money to go here in the city of Vincennes.
It stays here, no matter what.
I mean,
we need to get it out to our business.
We need you to fill out applications right now. We'll put the link to the application. We'll put the number to the mayor's office. We will keep pushing this because it's vitally important that we get this money out and into our community because it helps us all. All right. Until then, we will be back in December.
Yes.
Wow, it's crazy.
Wow.
2020 is almost over.
Finally.
Oh, shucks. See you then.
All right.